people would ask Dave, where do you see Barstool in like 5 or 6 years? And his dream was like, I want to become SNL.
It's the Token CEO podcast. This is a clean out the fridge episode. Did you have that in your family growing up?
To clean out the fridge? Yeah, all the time.
Like Wednesday night, you're like...
It was more like once a month, which was never good.
Oh,
but
really?
Yeah,
but
bad.
wait, where you have to eat out of the fridge? So
There would be like, finish everything that needs to be
I
in
hate
there
that
type
day.
of thing.
Do you hate that day? So it's just a hodgepodge. It's like chicken and then like leftover pasta and then like a half wilted cucumber.
Totally.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, it's episode 196. We are presented by Sports Research. Are you working out, Gaz?
I am.
Gaz here with me.
I'm still doing the NRC, the Nardini Run Club.
That's great.
Ever since COVID started. Well, COVID's still here, but yeah, I've still run all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you use Sweet Sweat? Do you know what
I
Sweet
don't.
Sweat is?
What is Sweet Sweat? I don't know.
Okay, Sweet Sweat, you just rub, you don't have any fat, but you rub it on your troubled spots.
Yeah, I mean, I sweat out of one armpit. That's
Not
it.
the other?
Just one.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
So do you put extra deodorant on?
No, I just go the same, but it is only one arm that gets weird.
So wait, if you're like out at a club and you're like
I don't
macking
throw
on
this arm up, it's
Never.
like this arm. Like if I'm gonna dance like a white girl, that's what I'm doing. It's gonna be the right arm.
Anyways, if you want to dance like a white girl or you want to get your workout on or start running like Gaz, you can go to sportsresearch.com, promo code Erika for 25% off. You can get Sweet Sweat, you can target your troubled spots, you can worry about your one-arm deodorant stain, you can get collagen, and you can get vitamins. So go to sportsresearch.com, promo code Erika. All right, Gaz.
Yeah, so
Year in review.
I haven't been on since
Ever? No,
I've been on
you've been
once,
on.
but early.
Really?
Like in the middle of COVID. I remember I was doing it from
Zoom on or real life on?
Zoom. We did it on Zoom, and we
Okay.
talked about social. So I'm glad to be back.
Okay, welcome back.
And we're going to talk about the year in review, which I think we should start with the company end of year review.
Okay.
Like I think we had. I guess for you, what stood out the most from when you get a deck and it's all these numbers and like everyone's giving you shit, social's giving you numbers, data's giving you numbers, sales is giving. What stood out for you when you look back at the 2021? Was there anything that was like, oh shit, wow, that's amazing?
So there's a lot that stands out. One is just like how much we do, you know, like Gaz and I were just in like a business meeting and it's like, one of the best things about this company and the worst things about this company is how present we are, right? Where it's like, we're in the moment, it's happening, things are good, things are bad, things are terrible, things are exhilarating. It's like never anything but the moment. So it was like, when I get the big deck and I'm like, holy shit, the Let Them Play tournament. Like I forgot we did Let Them Play. Wajiho was telling us we were up through August of this year, we were sending out 260 fund payments every single month. We weren't even talking about the Barstool Fund basically after like June, July. So the things that I think jumped out to me were, one, how big we've gotten. So like we added over 100 people this year. So we increased in size by 1/3, which is pretty crazy. Two is I think we did a good job of adding some breakout brands like Macrodosing, I think, was a sleeper hit we didn't necessarily see coming. Son of a Boy Dad, Anus, Brianna, obviously. So I feel good for the first time in a couple years outside of Call Her Daddy, we saw like some new emerging brands in the mix. I thought that was like a oh wow highlight. And then the other thing that I always feel like when I look at a company meeting, it's like, ugh, we waste so much fucking time on shit that doesn't matter.
Yep. With the numbers and the growth, I thought about how many people we've added. Because I come from the 5 people sitting in Milton office, and I see that we've added like 111 employees.
Surreal.
But with that, I think every year we look at growth and we're like, how big are we getting on social? How many podcast downloads? How many videos? Human additions to the company. How is that changing what we're doing? And how is it hard or good? Like, I'm excited about new people, but like I know there's been a lot of.
It's just a lot of new people.
Yeah, and it's like, how do we continue to scale and like keep together?
Yeah, I think that's like the biggest thing that keeps me up at night. I also feel like I used to get so irritated when you guys would be like, there's so many new people, I don't recognize anyone in the hall. Like it would irritate me because I would feel that you were not putting effort to meet people. Now I go walk around the hall and I don't know fucking anyone. So it's like, now it's overwhelming. Yeah. I think it's overwhelming. So I like adding new people. I think we've added really talented people, and we're also so sloppy about how we're doing it, where like Gaz and I were talking yesterday. So I'm in the company meeting and I'm like, we need to hire actually, let's take a step back. So we had our board meeting.
I was going to ask you about the board meeting.
So we have a board meeting, and somebody on the board, Chris Rogers, was like, hey, tell us about Barstool athletes. Now, meanwhile, I had sent like a 95-page board deck and a pre-read and like 6 slides on Barstool athletes. So I'm like, nobody reads the shit I put together, A. And then so I always like to be deferential to Dave in those things. So I like, when Dave feels like talking, which is not much, I'll be like, oh, well, why don't you say something? And Dave's like, oh, we really need to hire someone to run Barstool athletes. And meanwhile, I'm like, oh, well, we hired someone to run Barstool athletes. His name is Matt Hibbs. Like, he's a big get for us. He's going to help us. And Dave's just going on and on and on of like, I don't know if we can find the person, blah, blah, blah. So I was having like a little laugh to myself in the meeting, and I'm like, it's not worth correcting. It's not worth like getting into. But I do think Barstool athletes can be big. And that's also like just, it's a non sequitur. Like, it also just shows you how strong this company is, where like we put out one tweet, we like marshaled around it. We have 130,000 athletes as part of like 30% of all college athletes. Like, we don't even talk about that. There's entire companies built on that. Like, so we don't, that just shows like we just are like gnats. It's like we do something, it's amazing, then we forget about it and move on. But so anyway, so I was having a laugh about that. Then we go to the company meeting, and I'm talking about the channel managers. So we added channel managers this year, which really help us focus on, you know, YouTube or Twitter or TikTok, Instagram, et cetera, which I think they were some of our best hires. And I'm like, oh, we need a Snapchat person. Like, I can't wait for the Snapchat person. And then like
he's sitting in front of you.
Sitting like right in front of me is the new hire Snapchat person that I was like, oh shit. And then the guy comes in like he's done something wrong.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta introduce myself, I guess.
So anyway, so like I think that we're not great yet at like ingesting people. The thing that worries me is and you kind of said it, Gaz and I went to drinks last night, and Gaz was like, oh, are we like big enough now where we're becoming the company where like somebody leaves the room and then you just bitch about that person in that group? Like, we're getting much bigger. We're 330 people. So it's like, what worries me is like new people training new people, training new people. None of them are connected to the source. Like, how do I get people closer to the source? Shout out Stu Feiner, but how do I get people closer to the source so that the DNA carries? Like, I like that about the Viceroys, because they touch you enough, they touch early people enough, they touch Chuck and other, you know, really talented people here enough so that, but they're indoctrinated. I worry, like, we've added a zillion account managers. They have a manager that's brand new. She's awesome. They're great. But I'm like, how are they connected to the source? How would they even tell the Barstool story? Yep. Do they even know what we're about? Like, so I worry about that. Yeah,
that's something I think about, is like trying to keep Barstool as we get bigger, and like how many people are rowing in the same boat? How many people are like looking for the next step, like coming Barstool as a stepping stone, or, you know, not letting the fox into the hen house and that type of thing. It's like, how do you do that? I interviewed a kid yesterday, and like, I was, you know, what do you think? Literally, like the worst of the Barstool side of things, like the BI articles, like
that's what he wanted to know about.
No, I wanted to know what he thought.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily. He was talented. You could see the portfolio of what he's done and how funny he is.
Had all the rights.
But I'm like, at the end of the day, like when you're at Thanksgiving or you're at Christmas dinner and you have an aunt or an uncle who comes up and like, why the fuck are you working at Barstool? Because I've read this headline.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Have you thought about that? And then he said, you know, he's like, and he gave a great answer of what it is, but I do think that's something that I like to ask everybody about when they come in here. Because I'm very protective of who we have at Barstool, because I feel like any bad egg could take down a place like this. So I worry about that. I mean, I thought another thing that on the people front, Dave brought up yesterday, which is something that's always been a dream and how he's thought about Barstool. People would ask Dave, where do you see Barstool in like 5 or 6 years? And his dream was like, I want to become SNL. And then it felt like, are we becoming SNL's an outdated kind of place? But people are leaving Barstool now and getting gigantic money. And that's always what he's wanted. He said that. So I think that was cool. I wonder how
it's
talent.
Awesome to see.
Yeah. Like when you'll talk to Jersey Jerry, I think in this thing, like how does he feel about something like that? I think it's amazing what it's built, and we don't necessarily think about that. It's like, wow. Alex Cooper left and is making
it was a springboard. She wants to be Oprah. Like she got her start here, you know, like
Pat McAfee's doing
Pat
his
McAfee
big thing.
did the same thing, totally.
Yeah.
I also think, you know, I think the thing that I'm bummed about this year is that I do think this is the year where it was like every man became for himself.
Yeah.
You know, like I was talking to someone yesterday, and they asked for help with the board deck. And the person said, it wasn't like, of course, I'll help you build the board deck. Of course, I'll help. It was like, well, what's in it for me to help?
Yeah.
Why would I help if I'm not in the board meeting? Like, that's a shitty thing to say. Like, so I think the other challenge of becoming big and the other challenge of seeing people with success is everyone is like, well, what about me? What about me? What about me? Versus like the relationship between me and the company. Like Dave always, I think, explained this best of like, if you're a great player and you play for the New England Patriots, you make the New England Patriots better and you make yourself better. You're going to get a new contract. They're going to get more wins. It works for everybody. And now I think we're getting to, like, this was in his show last week with Lil Sass, is like, everyone's like, well, I want to get paid like I'm a star now because I'm having a little bit of success. And I think that's one side of it. And then I think the other side that, you know, that I'm disappointed in is I think we, you know, on a management level, I feel like we're just like getting a little bit like calcified and like, I do it this way and this is my turf and and it's like, we're not going to win unless everybody works together and creates connection and value and gives value to one another and also is part of a greater good. And so like, I'm thinking about that.
Yeah. Do you think, I was going to ask you like where you thought we were at our worst. I think
we were at our worst a lot of times this year.
Yeah. Comparably to like, if I was going to say like worse than like last year, is it like, how do you think of like year over year? Like we were bad this year. Were we great last year? I don't know.
I think that we are a company that does incredibly well when it's under pressure and faced with adversity. So the pandemic, I think we crushed. Like everyone banded together, everyone got nimble and creative. Dave always leads the charge in like some genius, humorous, ridiculous, like the unboxing. I think we put ourselves at like personal risk. Like we still came to the office every day and it was like us against the world and it was only us doing it this way. And we changed how we did sales. We changed how we thought about commerce. We changed how we were making content. Like we were at our best because we were faced with an obstacle that was outside of the company. This year, I think we were way more at our worst because we created obstacles for ourselves within this company and unnecessary obstacles, you know, like sales doesn't like to work with the data team or, you know, like, you know, I don't even know examples, like talent doesn't want to work with other talent. People don't want to let people on their shows. Like, production refuses to work with graphics. So it's like, it just was stupid shit. I also feel like this was the year, and it's my fault more than anybody's, is like, we didn't train people how to do the right thing, which is kind of getting back to the earlier conversation. Like, we never trained anyone on the way, and then we never trained anyone on the right thing to do. So then we have a bunch of people who are new here or who don't know what they're doing or who haven't had any experience. And then they're touching other people here who are touching other people here. And then it's just like, that's how the cancer spreads. So I think we had incredible results this year. I think we had way more complaining, way more bitching, way more inertia than we've ever had before. And I think it's really because, one, there's a lot of fatigue from COVID and just in general. Two is we burnt out a lot of people months ago. Three is that we got way bigger and kind of everything we've talked about. And four is like, we're now having, you said it earlier today, is like, we now have people where this was fun in year 1 and year 2, but by year 3, 4, and 5, it's less fun or you're in a different life stage. Like I remember having a conversation with someone this fall and she was like, I'm single, I work all the time, all my friends are getting married, I don't even have a boyfriend. I don't have any time to date or find a boyfriend. I live at my parents' house because it's a pandemic. Like it just was, she was starting to think about like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And I feel like we're also getting to the what the fuck am I doing with my life stage of people who work here. Yep. Do you agree with that?
No, totally. I mean, it's never more apparent than like in my team because they were all coming in through the Viceroy network and they're all in their young 20s and now they're like, well, what's my career path? Or where do I see myself in 5 years?
Yeah.
But you don't thinking that right out of college. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm at Barstool. This is great. I'm
fun.
in New York City.
Yeah.
This is awesome. But then it's like, oh, am I going to be leading college kids in the Viceroy program when I'm 30?
Yeah.
Or am I going to be posting to TikTok when I'm 30? Like, where's the management? Like, what's the hierarchy? Where are we going? So that's going to be a big challenge for I think, the company in general, just career path, but definitely for me going into next year.
Yeah. What do you think I could have done a better job at this year?
Oh God, put me on the spot. Just reviewing you. I actually said that last night. You texted me about this at like 11 o'clock. So she's like, let's go out and get drinks. And then it's like, I continued to go out to have drinks.
Yes.
And then 11 o'clock, it's like, oh, can you interview me tomorrow? I'm like, oh, great. I'm going to have a review on camera, basically, after being out. So yeah, for you, I think we submit self-reviews. We submit, like, I had to review you in our dashboard, our HR. Yeah, we're a goddamn real company now, not my Barstool. But yeah, we're like, sending in reviews about Erika. I don't want to be lame and be like, there's nothing we could do better. I bet if I thought of it, I'd be like, oh, I wish this was handled better. I think that I get on a personal level, I like when I'm so used to Dave being like mean. You know what I mean? And you're the opposite of that. And I wonder sometimes if you're like, I wish. And maybe things are always great, and that's awesome. But like, I sometimes want the give me more negative.
Yeah, tell me how I suck.
Yeah, exactly. We do
better.
end of year review. It's like, is everything good, or like, what's really bothering you about Gaz and like his team, or me as a manager? Because I know I'm not perfect, but I've always been programmed to like think about the negative.
Yeah.
And hearing always positive stuff from you, and I'm sure there's other people in the company that like, Erika's fucking not positive.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
So I just wonder. I always want to feel like I'm I can handle anything.
Yeah.
So that would be it. I think that's more on a personal level than anything else.
What are you worried about for Barstool?
I worry, because we've talked about my role in social and dealing with the platforms. Like, I'm petrified of being beholden to the platforms.
Yep.
Like, the way the country moves is kind of how they move, and then Barstool can't necessarily be Barstool. People always ask me, like, oh, your Instagram was like so much better like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we can't be what I want it to be. It's like Instagram's telling me, I try to be as Barstool as I can be.
I am who Instagram wants me to be.
Exactly. Like, I try to be Barstool's best version of Barstool on Instagram.
Yeah.
But it's not like
it's not the same.
Barstool. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that is, one thing that I get worried about. And I brought it up in our meeting when we talked to, what was his name there? Your guy.
Oh, Rich?
Rich Greenfield was great. Greenfield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I just think that's like a scary thing. Things move so fast.
Yeah.
And Barstool is very good at keeping up, but I just worry about like, when do they decide to shut the lights
It's like,
off?
how much do you water down in keeping up? Like, do we, and this is like the crux of like where we're going to be, is like, do we want to grow or do we want to be Barstool?
I fight that battle all the time. It's like, like Kevin, we can post this on about 1 Minute Man, but like, no one might see it the next 10 posts because we're kind of put ourselves in a bad spot. So I've always wanted to do social at Barstool. It's something I identified when we got acquired here. It was like, how can I have an imprint and keep Barstool?
Yeah.
I struggle sometimes with like still thinking in the old school, and it puts us at risk.
Yeah.
Because I do want to just like sling it.
Yeah.
But we're not allowed to in certain places.
Yeah.
We can do it on Barstool.com. We can do it on the podcast. Yeah. But on social, it's tough. It's a scary place to live.
Yeah. What would your advice be to, like, in trying to keep the DNA alive inside the building? And what would you say the Barstool DNA is? And what would you tell the people who are new here and how they keep that alive?
Yeah, I really don't worry about it on my team because I usually hire from our minor league system. We've talked about that. I think we need to have more, like you said, I don't know some of the people on a lot of the people on the upstairs. Like, I don't like
most of the people.
Most of the people in the upstairs. So I don't have a beat on them. But I think if they were more in the mix down on the second floor, like the second floor, third floor dynamic, like Dave talks about, it's like sucks to be on the third floor. Like they're just like on a hamster wheel, and it's like, I don't know how they feel about hearing like that, but like, how do you get them to feel like a part of the live living thing? Because they are the lifeblood of what keeps them. They make us the money.
Keep the lights on.
Exactly. Like they're the ones that analyze the numbers. Like they do amazing work, but they don't get the glory that everyone else gets. So it sucks the holiday party was moved because of everything. That's a big opportunity for it. I think we just need more people. More opportunities like that, where we're actually able to cross swords and like, exactly, whatever that may be, whether it's drinks or whatever. I think we do it on a team level.
Yeah.
I don't think we do a lot of company type of things, and I don't want to turn into like, like let's have a team kickball or like a company
Yeah, no, I don't want
kickball
that
league,
either.
or I know
Yeah,
we're talking
yeah.
about like doing like awards for people
Yeah.
like that probably will go away for a lot of people, but it's definitely doesn't feel like Barstool.
Yeah, no,
To
100%.
be like, yeah, here's your plaque.
Yeah, like that's, I think that, good job, what?
Yeah, it's like, we don't say that.
I think that's what's funny is like, what is Barstool in the future? Like we talked a lot about like the values, like what does it mean to be Barstool? Like it's like the engine and the DNA, but it's like, what do you do when your pirate ship becomes bigger?
Yeah.
And what do you do when the waters become calmer, but also rougher? You know, like that's kind of that's what I think is going to be so interesting for us to navigate for next year. You moved to Miami, so give me the perspective of like, you used to be in the Hive. Like I was so sad. I showed up, forgot my wallet coming to work the other day. And I was in a cab and I'm like, I didn't get the curb thing done in time. Like curb, so stupid that when the pay thing comes up that the pairing number isn't there. It's just so dumb. Anyways, so, but in my head, I was like, oh, I wish Gaz was here because you were the only person in the office before 9 a.m. Always. Like you were always the first person in the office. And I was like, Gaz, I mean, I miss you in general, but like really missed you at that moment. What do you see? Like now you have distance. So what do you see back here?
Well, yeah, retirement's going well.
Yeah,
that's what Dave will say. It's retirement's going. No, it's been a good perspective. Like I'm actually happy to be personally aside, like being in Miami is actually not as great as it sounds. It's like Miami's a different city than here. It's like a new adjustment. I don't have like a million people there. But from looking at Barstool, it gives you a different perspective.
Yeah.
Like I text with my team a lot, like what's going on, like where's the shit, like I want to be in the mix. Like sometimes I'll get in fights on Twitter just because I'm like,
You're bored. I need some energy.
Yeah, but be able to like sit back and like actually look at us from that vantage point opposed to living here. I think I have more of an appreciation for all the different things we're doing because I'm paying a lot more attention. I'm not getting like in here. You're like kind of get swept up in different things, and you're maybe not like looking at everything we're doing. So I actually like that part of it. I'm learning a lot more about stuff that we're doing, like problems we're having. Like I have to be more in connect with my team also. Like it's easy for them to pass here, but it's like having a cadence set up with everyone to be like, let's do like a 20-minute thing. So it's been beneficial from that perspective. Dave will not look at it that way, but whatever, that's fine.
I think you also missed us.
I freaking hell yeah.
I think you really. I think you're like the kid in the glass that's like,
I have a lot of
FOMO.
I sit in my Miami place like I actually do, unless I'm out partying with Rick Ross, which was amazing.
Shout out.
But like I literally just sit on my computer in my apartment, like I don't have anyone to go out with at night, like whatever. So yeah, it's been. I miss it. I miss being here. I've thought about it's like, do I want to continue being there? But
I think it will change when Dave goes down there, and then I'm so grateful that you're doing that.
I have a question.
Okay.
And then like a more of like fun question. What was growing up, what was the best Christmas gift you ever got? Is there something that stands out in your mind where you're like, what is it?
Okay. There used to be this department store, Filene's. You'd know Filene's.
Filene's
Boston.
basement.
Yeah, Filene's basement. I shopped out of Filene's basement. Like when I remember getting my,
place.
the best was in the basement. Remember? Literally it was in the basement. What was that part of Downtown Crossing?
Yep.
It was in Downtown Crossing.
Downtown Crossing, Boston.
And I remember getting my first paycheck and the first place I went was Filene's basement. I was dressing like a kindergarten teacher at that point. Like I basically wear what I wear now with more like doodads on it. But anyways, I remember my parents didn't have a whole lot of money. So we took a trip to Boston, which was also kind of a big deal. Like my family didn't do that. And we went to Filene's. Or maybe went to like Filene's in Manchester, New Hampshire. We had to get in the car and go to the mall or go to the place. And there was this bear, this like huge teddy bear. I was probably like 7 or 8 maybe. Huge, soft teddy bear with a red button on it. And I really, really, really wanted it. And my parents didn't get that kind of stuff. Like when I was growing up, like Christmas, we would have a can of olives in our stocking, like black olives, like was a Christmas staple, and an orange. It was like shit like that. Books, wooden toys, like chores. So I was like, I really wanted it, and my parents were like, no, like that's a frivolous gift. Like you're never gonna get that. And then Christmas, I got the bear. Yeah. What was yours?
I thought of this because the Chicago guys did a snake draft about like toys growing up,
Yep.
and like it was nostalgic thinking
Yeah.
about like you just brought up filings, and I was thinking about Jordan Marsh.
Oh yeah,
Remember
I
that
love
store?
Jordan Marsh.
But
Yep. They
for
had the
me-
candies like at the end of the year.
yeah, for me it was, and someone called it out, and I hadn't like thought about like my Christmas gifts growing
Yeah.
up. It was actually a dyno bicycle, which I think
Okay.
Kevin might have picked out. It was like the baddest. Like
Okay,
BMX
with, like, the
bike,
big-
like a BMX bike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like those were super cool. Where you could like
Yep.
spin the
Yeah.
handlebars, and like you had pegs, so you
Yeah.
could bring your friends around. And if you got front pegs, like I'd ask for those for birthdays,
Oh,
so I
okay,
could just
you
like
could add
keep
on.
tricking out my bike, so
Yep.
I could like bring the whole neighborhood with me.
Yep.
So yeah, I remember when I walked downstairs, I was probably like 8 years old. I was like, this is fucking amazing. I'm gonna be the baddest guy on the block. And yeah, that was the one that if I was thinking, the first thing I would think of in Christmas, it was that moment. Seeing
Oh, I love that.
Seeing the dyno
The
bike
dyno
at
bike.
like 8 years old. Yeah.
That's awesome. What are you asking for this year?
Nothing. I'm going being remote from Christmas. It's hard. It's like, don't give me much that I can't bring it back. Like I'm not gonna be flying. So it's
It was
like,
actually very sweet last night, just for anybody who wants a visual. So, Gaz, okay, I just want to just set the scene. So we have the company meeting, then we had the Arizona Bowl meeting. Had to go to the Arizona Bowl meeting and lecture people on like, don't get COVID before you go to Arizona Bowl. Side note, there's a huge COVID outbreak at Barstool Sports right now.
And the world.
And the world. But so everyone is kind of tense, freaking out. Like I've been talking for 6 hours. Like it's just like kind of fried. Like, you know, and you're like short circuiting at the end of the day. We're on our way to go to drinks, and everyone has a mask on, except Gaz. Gaz just like a little bit sunburned, wandering around the dark streets of New York City. So we try to go to like, Daniela picked swanky bar number 1, swanky bar number 2, swanky bar number 3. Can't get in, or there's reserved tables, all this bullshit. And then there is a divey Irish bar with a big Christmas wreath outside. It's just an Irish bar vomiting Christmas on the sidewalk. And Gaz was like, can we go to the Christmas bar? Like, I haven't seen Christmas. And then it made me like...
Christmas doesn't exist in Florida. Either does masks, actually.
Yes,
So,
so both of those things.
yeah,
so we're glad we delivered them for you.
Yeah, so no, it's been good to be back. I'm excited to feel Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I love you. Thank you for doing this. All right, so as part of the refrigerator episode and after our conversation with Gaz, we're doing quick AMAs with people who don't have COVID and are still hanging around the office, which are few and not high in numbers. So we have Jerry, and then we've got Tiko. So hi, Jerry.
How you doing?
Coming off big win.
Big win, yeah, riding high.
Are you riding high?
Oh, so high.
Is your like confidence booming?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Are you like, I'm the fucking man?
Like I might be the next Mike Tyson, I think. I mean, the performance doesn't show that.
But in your head.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? You inspired me. I really want to fight in Rough and Rowdy.
You should.
I really do. I'm not in the shape I need for it.
I don't think it's that. Do you smoke?
No.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as long as you don't smoke, you could do
God,
good.
because my lungs are good?
Yeah, you're good.
all
I
right.
smoked up. I was smoking in the locker room before.
You're a smoker?
I'm not a cigarette smoker.
You're a vapor?
I'm a vapor. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a vapor.
You have an addictive personality, though, yeah?
I do, yes,
Yep.
for sure, 100%.
And are you vaping nicotine? What are you vaping?
Nicotine, yeah, 5%.
5%.
Grape ice.
That's the flavor you like? Oh, Jerry, that sounds disgusting.
Well, I like grape soda.
Oh, you do? I do love grape soda.
I try not to drink it, though.
Did you go to church growing up?
I did.
Okay,
Confirmed.
Okay, I'm not confirmed, but I used to go to church, and in the basement afterwards, they would have like the social hour. I fucking hated church, but they would make this punch that was ginger ale and grape juice.
Ooh, that sounds
It's
good.
the best.
I like ginger ale, too.
Yeah, ginger ale and grape juice. Try it, Jerry.
I could try
Little
it.
treat.
I could try it.
All right, so did you go to the company meeting?
I did yesterday.
What'd you think? I saw you there. I gave you a couple shout outs.
I think it was awesome. You know, listen, I'll be honest, I wasn't a big stoolie before I got hired. After the meeting, I even texted Dave and I was like, dude, that was awesome. Like that was the first time I felt home.
Oh, that's great.
I did, for real, you know.
The first time in your work life or at Barstool?
At Barstool,
Okay.
that was the first time I was like, holy shit, like I'm a part of something special.
That's
like this is
great.
great, you know what I mean?
What made you feel that way?
I think it was just like everybody together and the whole meeting, the numbers were like, oh my God, like we are successful. This is crazy. It's
big, right?
This is huge.
Yeah, it's cool,
It was
right?
really awesome. I forget one of the quotes on there was like, never change who you are because that's who we hired. And I think that's so true.
I love that. Did you
So
like our
I
values?
I loved it, yeah.
I loved our values too.
I loved it.
Can you remember them?
You know, I probably can't.
All right, I think we could do it together though. So keep Barstool Barstool.
Keep Barstool, okay.
Don't be a problem, be the solution.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one.
We have all sorts of different brains here. Be open to them, like diversity of ideas. The one you just mentioned.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We hired you for who you are. Don't change. Love your audience. Like, I loved when Big Cat was talking about that. Like,
that's
love
very
your
important.
fans.
Yeah,
like,
very
love your
important.
audience.
Very important.
Which I think is true even if you work inside the company. You know what I mean?
sure.
Like, you got to love your people.
100%. 100%. I have some really diehard fans. You know, people even that I didn't even know.
You do have a lot of diehard fans.
That literally traveled all the way to West Virginia. Not even my union guys, just people like when I went to the bar afterwards to hang out, just meet my fans and stuff. It was like, dude, like you guys drove 7 hours. You guys drove
amazing,
5 hours.
right?
Like, wow, dude, you guys. And the best part about the whole trip was there was a kid there. Now, you know I'm a big Steelers fan. There was a kid there who came up to me with a terrible towel. You know the Steelers have the towel.
Yeah. Good marketing.
And he's like, I want you to have this. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet of you. He was like, it's the first towel my brother bought at a Steelers game, and he overdosed a few years ago on drugs. So I was like, dude, this is so special. Like, I'm framing this.
That's so nice,
so special.
Jerry.
That was my favorite part about the whole trip.
That's awesome.
Really awesome.
Wow,
really
that's so cool.
Really awesome.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep.
I hear you have a foot fetish show that you're working on.
I do. You know, it's in
Are
the
you
work.
a foot fetish guy?
I'd say I appreciate feet.
Okay.
I appreciate them. I appreciate, white toenail polish. I appreciate.
White toenail polish?
I do. I appreciate it. You know, Erica. It's.
No, what does that mean?
What
does that mean, Jerry?
You're okay to say whatever, right?
You can say whatever. You can be honest.
It's pretty pussy energy.
Pretty pussy. What does that mean, though?
Like you have a pretty pussy.
So if I put white nail polish on, I think my pussy is pretty.
Correct. Yes.
And okay, what other color coding?
There's some rare ones I came across over the years that I've been dealing with this. One that's not valued enough is, you know how girls get the French tip?
Yeah.
The French tip on the toe.
Oh, French tip on the toe I like, but does it mean something?
Yeah, it also means pretty pussy.
Oh,
energy.
it does?
It does, yeah.
What do like red or maroon toenails mean?
Just not caring enough.
Oh, shit. Really?
Do you have red or maroon?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Look at Jerry. I think I have nice feet.
No, you have nice feet. You have nice feet.
People like my feet on the internet.
Size 8, you'd say?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Do you like small feet?
I like. Well, but I like all kinds.
Mackenzie, you'd friggin' love. She has like baby feet.
Yeah. Was that 6 there?
Yeah.
Yeah. See how good I am with the feet?
Yeah, you're good with the feet. Okay.
Jerry, I've got big feet.
That's all right.
Okay, wait. So, this is interesting. Is this what your show would be about?
So what I would do, I did last year, not my show. It's just like a little, competition. Maybe the contest. Like last year, it was our inaugural 2021 Feet the Streets with Jersey Jerry. I had all girls submit their feet pictures, and I'd line them up during March Madness. It's a tournament-style bracket.
Okay.
The 1 versus the 16, 2 versus the 15,
Sure,
like
yeah.
that. They would go head-to-head every day. Eventually, there was a winner, and I gave her a $250 Amazon gift card and a free mani-pedi. And I'll tell you what, people hated me for that competition, but by the end of it...
Because it's sexist?
That's what they would say. But by the end of it, they were like, dude, that was so entertaining. I loved it, and now I love feet. I appreciate feet. And I'm doing something that people don't do. I'm bringing awareness to the foot.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot now.
Yeah. It's interesting.
How much does like a good foot pic sell for on the internet?
Well, I've never bought in feet pics.
Do girls send you feet pics?
Oh yeah. I mean,
in your DMs?
In my DMs, yeah. In my DMs.
And if they're like, you're looking at what color nail polish, is there a way to pose your foot? Is it like, what's the foot version of your cleavage? You're like arching your toes?
I'll show you.
Yeah.
I'll show you real good. The arch is super important. But a lot of these girls, they knew how to get to me. They would use accessories. Toe rings.
Oh.
I had one girl even go out and get a tattoo on her foot for the competition.
What about ankle bracelets?
That's big.
Hot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like it shows.
Daniela wants one for
It
Christmas.
shows you This was the winner. I mean, see the arch there?
Shoot.
You see the anklet?
Yeah.
So you appreciate stuff.
Here,
like
let's show it to everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, she's very pretty, this girl.
It's special.
Wow. I mean, I think I should put more effort into my toes, I guess, Jerry.
It's up to you. If you're not really like okay.
I'm not looking to pick up someone through my feet. I think.
Exactly.
You can text that to us. We'll use it.
I will. I'll text you.
Okay. All right, Jerry. Any other questions you have for me? That was very illuminating. I'm learning a lot
Not
right
really
now.
a question, but I did want to apologize now that we're face to face. This is going before I got hired from Barstool for sure. It wasn't a date. I just simply asked in the DM.
In my DM?
Yeah. I just wanted to say it face to face now. I said, "Hey, Erica, it's Jersey Jerry. Would you like to get a slice of pizza?"
Oh, you did?
And
Sorry, I didn't see that.
Big Cat
Were you
makes
asking me on a date?
Big Cat's saying that. Big Cat's saying that, but I just want to let you know it wasn't a date. It was just friends.
Like a friendly, you want to grab a slice of
Yeah,
pizza?
that's all. It wasn't nothing.
Oh, okay.
I
Big Cat's making. Oh, you deleted it?
He made me unsend it. He's like, dude, unsend it. You're gonna get fired already. And I'm like, oh god.
Thanks for wanting to have a slice of pizza
Yeah,
with me.
maybe one
I'd
day.
be happy to have a slice
One
of
day
pizza
we
with
will,
you.
for sure.
Okay, I like that, Jerry. All right, do you celebrate Christmas?
I do. I celebrate Christmas.
Okay, what was your favorite Christmas gift as a kid?
Ooh, the Hess trucks.
Oh, the Hess trucks were so great.
Special.
Love the Hess
still got
trucks.
'em.
I know, they're still
Still got
selling
them.
them.
Oh yeah.
They're not
They're
cheap,
never.
the Hess.
No, not
It's
anymore.
not cheap. Yeah.
Not anymore. No, I still got mine.
You do? They're probably collector. Did you ever have Tonka trucks as a kid?
No.
The big yellow
dump trucks and stuff. No,
Oh,
I never got
loved
those. Never got those. No.
I got like hand-me-down versions of those. You know what I mean?
So you still got them. Though.
What are you gonna get for your son?
So I got him a bunch of clothes. I drive a Kia Telluride truck. I wanted to actually, you can't find them anywhere. I was going to have somebody custom make it, but my mom and girlfriend, he's too small. He's only 3 months.
Okay, yeah,
So maybe next year.
Yeah, next year.
I'll just get him clothes and some toys.
Yeah, I gotcha.
That's it. Maybe a
Like
gold,
a little hug.
chain or something.
Oh, a gold chain would be cool.
Something small.
All right.
Nothing crazy.
I mean, that's not small.
Yeah, I mean.
Are you hoping for a gift this year?
So every year, the last 2 years, the only thing I really ask for is Creed cologne. The advertisements. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. We don't have a cologne sponsor, so you can say
Okay,
whatever you
Creed
want.
cologne.
Okay, you love Creed cologne?
Oh yeah.
They should sponsor you.
They should. They should.
Okay. Do you wear a lot of it? You don't smell right now.
No, I try on not to wear it like on regular occasions.
You don't want to waste it, right?
No, it's very expensive.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that.
It's like 500 a bottle. It's too much money.
Wow, Jerry.
It's very expensive.
That's a
Have you
very
ever
high-
smelled Creed
No.
cologne? I'll bring it in.
Okay, please do.
Yeah, it's like if you smell that, it's like, wow, like I'm horny.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Makes girls horny?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Oh, let's see how it goes, Jerry.
Yep.
I look forward to bringing that in.
You got it.
All right. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
too. Merry
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I'm very happy you're here.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jerry. All right. So we've got Tiko Texas in our Tiko. This is the clean out the fridge episode.
Oh, nice.
Did you ever do that growing up?
Yes. I
Like
had to
where
clean
your
out the
mother
fridge.
is like,
You gotta get
we're
all this shit
we're
out.
eating whatever's in the fridge tonight. So what was in
Exactly.
your fridge on like clean out the fridge night?
Man, we had a lot of rice, a lot of meat.
Okay.
Goat
the goat
meat.
meat. Yeah, you
you
love
already
the
know
Nigerians
goat
love the
meat.
goat
You
meat.
already
Yep.
know chicken, beef, spaghetti.
Spaghetti. I
Yeah.
hated leftover spaghetti. Remember how it used to stain the Tupperware?
It was
sucked.
nasty. It's
Yeah,
only
it's
good.
fucking nasty.
It's only good
Spaghetti
when you get
is
it
never
fresh.
good the next day. I
It's
hate
not.
leftovers. Do you
Me
like leftovers?
too.
Hate them.
Me too.
I
Me
hated
too.
clean
Me
out
too.
the fridge night. But I actually am loving this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tiko, before we get into things, we are going to talk about True Bill. So Tiko, one thing I worry about for you.
Okay, please tell me what you worry about.
I'm
for me.
worried about you falling for a subscription scam. Have you ever been scammed on the internet?
I have been scammed.
I
on the
have. What did you
internet
get scammed for?
For tickets. Like I tried to buy tickets last minute, and they sold me fake tickets.
Shit, what was the ticket? What were the tickets for?
A concert, I think it was for Big Sean or something.
Oh, I love Big Sean.
I love Big Sean.
Remember when he dated Ariana Grande?
Yes.
I worked with
and
Ariana
that's
Grande.
that's the whole reason I'm here. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that.
It's amazing.
If we didn't break up with that
Yeah.
hope.
Remember he was at her concert. We had that was a whole thing. Anyways, I bought a cat on the internet that
Oh
wasn't
my
a cat. Yeah,
gosh.
I bought a cat on the internet, and then
What
I
was
went
it?
ape shit.
Was it a
It was a
monkey?
Maine Coon cat that
Oh
I
my
thought I was buying, and then they
gosh.
were like, "Send more money for the carrier, send more money for the shots," and I did it.
And you did it?
Until my Dr. Sherry Marshbein talked some sense into me in the middle of my dermatologist appointment. This is a different story for another day.
I'm a cat girl too. I got 2 of them at home.
I then went apeshit though, and I called the FBI. I called
did
the CIA,
not call the
and they called me back
FBI.
years later. And my
What?
tip, it was a passport cat scam. It was insane. All right, so if you
Don't mess with Erica, okay?
Oh, I was
She'll
like,
get the
I'll
FBI
get
on
you,
your ass.
motherfucker. So anyways, if you want to,
Okay.
here's the deal with subscriptions.
Okay.
You know how when you're like busy on your phone and you're like, yes, I'll sign up for this, I'll subscribe to that, I'll do that. Then you end up with like 30 fucking subscriptions.
Oh my
And you're paying money every month. You're not even aware of it because you're not looking
Exactly.
at your credit card statement or your
Yeah.
bills every month. I know that's true about you, Tiko.
That's 100% true.
If you go to truebill.com
Okay.
/token, say it.
Okay. Truebill.com/token. Don't forget.
you can cancel all the subscriptions you don't want.
Wow.
Isn't that nice? It's so nice and easy. You're like, boop, boop, boop. I don't need this. I don't want this.
Wow.
Right?
That's awesome.
All right. So what is Truebill? Truebill is the new app that helps you identify
and stop paying for subscriptions that you don't need, want, or simply just forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year.
That's
with
a lot of
Truebill.
money.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of tequilas.
It is a lot of tequilas.
You know what I'm saying? Because companies make subscriptions so hard to cancel. We know that. It's
that
horrible.
sucks. They're smart, those subscription people.
They're very, very smart. They've gotten me a couple times.
Yep.
Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts on Truebill, and Truebill will cancel all your unwanted subscriptions in one tap.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Truebill.com/token.
Yes, /token. Let's go for that $700 off. Come on,
$720.
man. $720. Sheesh.
Let's go. That $20
Man,
counts.
You
All
got all
right.
the discounts.
All right. Tiko, all right.
Yes.
Did you go to the company meeting?
I did.
Were you, actually, I know you were high because I smelled you coming into the office. My door was shut, and then this smell of marijuana just wafts into the place, and I was like, "Are my girls here?"
Are you pro marijuana or
I'm very
anti-marijuana?
pro marijuana.
Okay, I
Yep.
love that.
Let's go, Tiko.
Yeah, best
Okay.
boss in the world, man. I love it. I
Okay.
was there. I was there for that.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Hi.
what'd you think?
I thought it was amazing. I thought you're so smart.
Well,
And I love to see you like kind of do your thing up there.
Okay.
And you know, I was just soaking in all the information that you were saying because I feel like you were telling a lot of great information. Some of it felt like it was directly related to me. Like I know you weren't throwing any shots to me, but it's just like felt like direct, like work your ass off, do what you got to do. You know.
Were you inspired and motivated?
I was very inspired and motivated.
That's
I love
awesome.
seeing you work like a girl. I love seeing you do it, man.
Oh, I
you,
love
you
that,
really,
Tiko.
really be in your zone. When you be up there, you be in your
let's
zone.
go.
Man.
I'm in
I
my
love
zone.
seeing- You
You're
always
in your
your
zone.
zone. You always in your zone.
Okay, so
It's very
what are you gonna
inspirational.
do coming into next year?
Man, I'm definitely gonna be on my shit. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I felt like kind of like, cause you know my blogs, they've been getting a lot of attention, and I would have liked a little bit of a shout out. I know that I just got here, but during the blog shout out, I was kind of sad I didn't get a shout
You
out.
should take that up with Coley.
I'm
Have you
definitely
had a
gonna work
one-on-one
harder.
with Coley?
I haven't, but I'm gonna work harder.
Get a
I'm gonna
one-on-one with your boss.
just- Okay, cool.
Ish, boss.
Yeah.
Get
I'm
a one-on-one.
definitely- I'm
Ask
de-
for feedback.
I definitely want to do more blogs and get into that going into the
Okay,
new
great.
year.
That's great. I love your blogs.
Thank you so much. I just want to collaborate with more people. I know me and Chicken Fry have something that we're trying to get set up, so I'm just trying to
Okay.
do the damn thing. I'm
Do
just
the
trying to make
damn
make
thing,
Erika
Tiko.
and Dave proud. That's
We
really
are
what I'm
very
trying to
proud
do.
of you.
I love
We talked
you.
about you in our board meeting.
Oh my God! Don't make me buzz. Don't make me buzz. I'm gonna fall out. Oh my gosh! The two best people in the world were talking about me. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Let's go. What questions do you have for me?
Okay, so I have a couple
Oh,
questions.
you wrote them down?
I
I
have.
don't even know how you use your phone or
I have-
subscribe to anything.
I
with
have.
those
I have.
things.
I have three. I have
insane.
3, and then I have a bonus if that's okay.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Okay. So the first question I have, of course, is this was a big topic. I'm no little sass, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can, pull my weight out around
Yeah.
a little bit. What's up with a raise?
For you?
Yeah.
You're getting a raise, Tiko.
I'm not.
You just got here. All right, that's a no. What's the next
That's
question?
a no? Okay, cool. All right. Could I ever, I know you talked about calling her daddy a lot in the meeting. Just basically like, and what I felt like I need to step up to that plate. So I was wondering, do you ever think that I could step up and replace call her daddy in your
Yes, you
heart?
got to get working. You got to make a podcast. You got to talk about things people want. You got to promote the shit out of it.
Okay, shout out Tiko Sanford. Get that on. Go follow, subscribe, like, and comment. The Tiko
There we go.
Man. Okay, so my third question is, can I be your mentee?
Yes.
I really, really want to learn so much from you. I feel like you're
okay,
such
of
a
course.
smart business.
You kind of already are my mentee.
I really, really want to be your mentee.
Okay,
So
that's
can
great.
I be your mentee?
Yeah, you want to shake on it?
Yeah, let's
Let's
shake
go,
on
Tiko.
it. Hey, I'm gonna be Erika's mentee. I know you're so jealous out there. I see you in my DMs. Yes, I'm actually close with her, and you wish she was.
Okay, what's your next question?
My last question is, can I come to Arizona Bowl?
Oh, no, you can't come to that.
No,
Sorry, Tiko.
really?
What are you going to do at the Arizona Bowl?
I'll do content.
No.
I'll record stuff.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, I love you.
I can't come?
Nope. You got to work on Tiko 10 back here. Make Tiko 10 great. Do you still want to be my mentee?
Next year, of
If
course.
you work your ass off and come together with a pitch.
Okay, next year?
Yeah.
Arizona Bowl?
If you're worthy, yeah.
But not this year.
No.
I appreciate you, Erika.
Okay, I love you, Tiko.
Thank you for always being honest and real with me. Thank you. You're great. You're great. Thank you so much, Erika.
What are you asking for the holidays? Do you celebrate Christmas?
I do celebrate Christmas.
All right, what are we asking for?
I want a
Tequila?
4-wheeler.
A 4-wheeler, like an ATV?
Yeah.
Where are you going to go with that?
I know, right? I'm in New York. That's true. I'm not in Texas anymore. I want Big Sean to propose to me.
Okay. He is very cute.
He is so cute.
I love
Is
him. He's
he?
so cute. I
Is
love his
he?
voice.
Is he?
Do you know
So
the song
sexy.
Miracle that he sings with Coldplay? I listen to that,
Yes.
the entire Pen Deal on
Oh,
repeat.
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, do you like that song or no?
I love that song.
Okay.
I fuck with Coldplay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
think they're
loud.
kind of lame now. But
You know, they're legends. They're
yeah,
classics.
they are. They're classics.
100%,
Okay. All right, I love you.
100%. I love you. Thank
Okay.
you so much for having me. Love
Oh,
talking
sorry,
to you.
Tiko. One more ad read. You do a
Okay.
lot of ad reads, girl.
Yeah,
You get
let's
yourself
do it.
the
Let's
Arizona
do it.
Bowl. I'll
Let's
tell you
do
that
it.
much.
Let's-
Okay. All right, so Tiko, before I let you go, let's just talk about high noon.
Let's
You
talk about
love
high
yourself some high noons.
I love high noons. I love high noons.
Oh,
man.
Patrick, what's up?
Patrick, what's up? What's up? What's up?
I'm like kicking your girl off.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We got the
All right,
Tiko
Patrick.
twins with Erika.
Yep. All right, so we got the Tiko twins. We're talking about high noon. Do you like high noon, Patrick?
Oh shit! What is that?
That's the vodka, the little
Oh, yeah.
cocktail.
In
Yeah,
the blue
yeah.
and the white
Yeah,
and the
that's
yellow
right.
can. What's your it's straight? I like. Is that what you say? That's straight.
Straight? Yeah. It's
Straight.
good.
That's a word. That's like
Yeah,
let's
it's
go.
straight. We
All right,
good.
we good. All right.
Good, baby.
I love the black cherries. Those are really
Oh, that's your
good.
favorite. I hate that flavor.
I love it.
Are you the person that drinks the black cherry?
Yeah, I'm that person.
Yeah, all right. I love that about you.
I'm that person.
All right. Well, high noon is
Yes.
real vodka, real juice, just
Yeah.
a splash of sparkling water.
Exactly.
100 calories. You can get it wherever liquor is sold, and you
It's
can,
actually made with vodka and not
yeah.
malt like other hard seltzers.
Yep, that's right. It's a real hard seltzer.
Wow.
And you can enjoy them responsibly, like Tiko, right, Tiko?
I love it.
true.
Drink responsibly, baby. You know,
Yep.
that means just have a designated person and get as drunk as you can. That's
Probably gonna
drinking
get fired for
responsibly.
that ad read. All right, thank you guys. If you haven't already and you want more illuminating information like Creed cologne and white nail polish and what a French manicure means on your toes, subscribe to this podcast, give us a rating, or leave us a review. You can DM us questions on any platform. We will answer them here on the show. You can watch us on YouTube, or you can listen to us on Spotify and or Apple or wherever podcasts are sold. Join Work Like a Girl if you're looking for a job in the new year and you want to find a job board that is curated by great women. Go to worklikeagirl.com. I'm at EK Nardini, Token CEO. We're on all the social handles. We wish everyone who celebrates Christmas an awesome Christmas. We hope everyone who listens to this does not get COVID. That's probably not going to happen. You're definitely going to get COVID. So we hope that it's short and painless. It's true, you guys. Everyone is getting COVID. Yeah, I know. Omicron is just ripping through this country. It's true. So anyways, the good news here, because we're having a massive outbreak, is that it seems to be short. So anyways, we will see you back here after the holiday.